Hey YouTube, hey Bold and the Beautiful fans. So we saw today Thomas ask his father Ridge if he thinks he's using Paris to get over Hope. And Ridge said no, but let's dig a little deeper into what could be going on here. So let's get into it. Okay, so we know that Thomas and Paris are of course engaged to be married, and that blindsided Hope, and it's this big reveal. But we also know that Thomas in the past was going to marry Zoe, Paris's sister. And of course, Thomas was manipulating the situation to try to get Hope to be jealous. So is Thomas doing the same thing? It's a valid question. You know, Thomas has changed. He has come a long way, but there could be maybe subconsciously still some of those old plays in Thomas's playbook, maybe to try to motivate Hope to fight for him. So we'll see if that works and if that's Thomas's overall plan, okay? So we also know that there is a real connection there too between Thomas and Paris. There's a good friendship there. Paris helped Thomas through some tough times, and now it looks like they have a loving relationship, but we also haven't really seen Thomas and Paris develop this relationship. You know, it's all happening so fast. So will there be a wedding? Is this really going to happen? There's one theory too that suggests that at the wedding, Hope will try to stop the wedding, okay? And we've seen this before in the past too, where there's a wedding and something happens. And when it comes to Paris, of course, when Paris was going to marry Carter, you know, and Quinn showed up to stop the wedding, and then Carter, you know, and Quinn reunited there, and Paris was left at the altar. Will something similar like that happen? Will Hope stop the wedding? Will Hope's headaches come into play here too? That's something to keep in mind too. But it looks like Hope is going to fight for Thomas a little bit and try to persuade him that, you know, that they can restart their relationship, that what they have is special, and that maybe this is a rebound for Thomas. It seems like Ridge thinks that way too, okay? But I don't think that Thomas is actually trying to manipulate Hope here, but you never know. You know, we haven't really seen any relationship scenes between Thomas and Paris either. They showed up, they're with Douglas, they're gonna get married, they say that they care about each other, they love each other, but we really haven't seen that investment yet. So it's gonna take some time for me to really believe that this is legitimate, okay? And there's also a theory that suggests that maybe Thomas and Paris are working together to maybe manipulate Hope, to motivate Hope to try to fight for Thomas. Now, there's no evidence of that, but it is one of the theories out there, so I wanted to bring that up too. But I don't think that's happening. I think Thomas really just wants to be married. He wants to move on with his life, and he feels that Hope is never going to say yes to that proposal. But I think if Thomas just waited and had given Hope more time, that maybe this would have worked out. But you know, Thomas does want to be married, and Hope, you know, if she never wants to marry Thomas, then maybe they can't be together, right? Because they have different goals. But if Hope will eventually get to that point, then there's hope for Thomas and Hope, and maybe they can be married and stay together. So we'll have to see how this plays out. There are plenty of rumors and theories about how long this storyline will go and what really is going to happen and if it'll actually get to a wedding. But one thing I was thinking about too is Grace. Are we going to see Grace, Paris's mom? Okay, of course, Zoe was involved with Thomas in the past, and Thomas broke Zoe's heart. So now sister number 2 is Paris. Is Paris going to get her heart broken by Thomas? Of course, we know that Grace was trying to persuade Paris to not marry Carter because Carter hurt Zoe, okay? And Grace wants to protect her daughters from men that might break their hearts, okay? So are we going to see Grace show up? I hope we do, and that would be really interesting to see if Grace tries to persuade Paris to not marry Thomas, if there's some drama there that's going on for Paris and Thomas. But what I really need to see is Paris and Thomas together and you know, enjoying their relationship and having scenes where the two of them are building their relationship. Because so far it's been about, like, this is going to be maybe about Hope's story. more so than Thomas and Paris. But let me know what you think. Do you think Thomas and Paris are legitimate? Will they get married? Will Hope try to stop the wedding if it even gets to a wedding? Will it even get to a wedding? And will we see Grace? Will Grace try to persuade Paris away from Thomas? Is Paris the one that's going to have her heart broken? Is Thomas just manipulating the circumstance like he did with Zoe to get Hope back to say yes to that proposal? And will Hope say yes to a proposal? Is there hope for Thope, right? Thomas and Hope. So we'll see. Or there's another scenario where this could push Hope away from Thomas too and over towards Finn. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I think she's going to fight for Thomas. So we'll see. We'll keep updates coming as we get more information. But let me know what you think. Are Thomas and Paris for real? And what's going to happen next? Let me know your thoughts. And hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.